And I believe we're live. Yeah, cool. We are live. Let's tweet this out. Right. That is tweeted. Streamlabs is up. That's up. I need the light on. Oh, let's put the glasses on. Right. But howdy all. Howdy. I'm a bit rushed today, so I do apologize for that. Tea took a little bit longer than I thought to cook. So we had to quickly mess around and jump into stuff. But yeah, we're here. We're live. More Witcher. So we left off. We found that the beast of Beauclair is a vampire of sorts, or a high vampire, should we say? And with that, we also found an old friend called Regis, who is also a vampire, and he's going to help us because he said that the bloke's actually pretty nice. Right, so we left it off. We left it off yesterday after our first encounter with him. I can't remember what his name is, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. I'm going to be doing the side missions. We've got one where we got to help the knight that got bitch slapped by a Shalamamama in the tournament. And then there's also the vineyard quest, because we got given our own vineyard now. So we're fancy ass. I just need to go actually check it out, see what's going on, which we will do at the start, because we're in between now. Gary sent me a message saying he wants a canoodle more. I don't know how you do it in this DLC. There is a person that you can have sex with, but I can't remember how to get that. To get it. I know I didn't do it in my playthrough when I played it before. So yeah, we'll see. But how you doing, Morph? Right. Oh, I tell you what, it took me ages earlier. Something was up with my PlayStation 2 emulator, and I just couldn't. What can I say? I couldn't play games with my PlayStation controller. Something was up. It just wouldn't let me play it. I had to mess around a bit. But yeah, I got it sorted. I could use the controller. So I'm happy now. It means that those games that I did want to play are possible, because it wasn't up until, it broke pretty much. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, if we have enough people chatting and it's gone, I think I set it as half an hour, which seems quick, but considering we only stream for like a couple of hours, actually maybe it just needs to be an hour. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how often it pops up. But I have made a timer thing, so every so often a pop-up will happen and it will have the Twitter link to go be able to vote on the poll for the Halloween game. Or for the spooky games. I mean, not Halloween, because we're not... it isn't for Halloween, it's just for October in general. I voted already. Nice. I have a matter of prime urgency and import. Well, it's a bit short notice because obviously it's got up until Friday. Because I think we're either going to finish this on Friday or Saturday. So even if we don't finish this till Saturday, I've got the game chosen ready anyway.
Feeling better?
Just a precaution.
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady, I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Why does he think that she's cursed?
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
She cursed? What makes you think so, then?
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be...
I don't like him.
Normally, I'm troubled about her, for her.
I just don't like him. Something about the cut of his jib.
Vivian
Just
shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
Yeah, that's not a good thing to
Yes.
admit.
And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly, mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble.
Interesting, interesting.
That often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Notice anything else unusual?
Any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that.
Sound might not. Sound might not have been as strange as you remember. That's
Sound
English.
weird. She might have had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Anything else you could tell me about her?
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
What about this reward?
Their job, this. Not often I gotta take out an attorney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
5,000 smackaroos. Oh, fuck. Do 550.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Alright, tell me more about this tourney then. What do I need to do?
How's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize, and more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship, and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivian.
Right. Agreed. You got me curious. I'll do it.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Like I could be eliminated.
Meaning?
could you show me how you shoot, ride, and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Target practice then.
Marksmanship. Feel I need to do some shooting.
Come with me.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Marksmanship contests shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely.
Okay.
Hit the red targets.
Done.
Once more?
No. That's enough.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? If you wish to hear my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else.
Horsemanship training it is then.
Riding.
Let's do this.
She'll like that.
Excellent idea. Come with me.
Okay.
The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
That hurts!
Summoning a Witcher? Was that truly necessary? And how nuts.
All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow.
Okay.
The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Okay. Okay, alright, so I need a bit of time before I do that. There's a bit of a delay in time being able to actually hit the things. Okay.
Will you give it another go? I can set out more dummies.
I've had enough. I think the trickiest part there for me is going to be hitting the dummies with the sword. You need to seem to like do it a little bit beforehand.
Be nice to swing. Do
But
some
yeah,
footwork.
I guess we'll just have to play it out, see what
Very well.
happens.
We shall practice infantry combat, one-on-one. Each knight opts for his own method. Rainfarn, for instance, fights halberd in hand. Come with me. You will team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle. Come
Okay.
here. You shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium. I always liked the duels the best, but now I can think only of my Vivian. In the end, it is good you will replace me.
You don't even know if she
I
likes
shall
you.
simply be distracted this time.
At last!
She might despise you with every nerve of her being.
And start no pros.
Little strokes fell.
Stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you.
You wish to spar? Why not?
The Duchessa, Toussaint.
Come on then.
Courage.
Easier said than done.
You to do well, but not that well.
I'm a witcher. Wanna fight?
Could probably use some more practice. Usually fight monsters, not knights.
Oh no, I thought I was asking him to fight me.
Fight.
One, two. Next to go to the crayfish. You. Quickly, from the right. Now.
I expected you to.
Yeah, I practiced this enough.
I've seen enough. Sorry to be blunt, but the simplest Witcher contract demands more skill than this kind of combat.
Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
Okay. Do I even have a scroll?
The knight returned from his days at war. Get the last for whom he pined.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
By the prophet's witness. What a brute.
All is in order.
Alright, so over this way.
Send the beast as punishment for us.
Right here. So just over here's the inscription town where I should be able to get my papers. Hello.
Want to join the lists?
Naturally, we must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia,
What a surprise.
or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of two crests. Which do you prefer?
What'd you learn about Geralt of Rivia?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah, those were the days. Kahira and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river.
What did you dig up about Ravix of Forhorn?
Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the Ducal Archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right.
Let's do Sir Ravix of Forhorn, just for the tourney.
The Honorable Ravix will do.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
Okay, I can do that.
Please, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
I'd like to learn more about the prizes.
Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive... Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you
Okay.
defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the
Oh,
one
damn,
and only
I'm
Cornelius
yawny
of
today.
Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
Nazaire. Okay, I already know about the... I'll just get him to do all of this, just so that we can cover all the bases.
The contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them, though.
An admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests 3. A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit with bolts or dummies felt with blade will increase the time you have. Finally,
Okay.
the group melee in the arena, crowned with a duel against last year's champion.
So exactly what we already know.
Its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Okay.
Convenient.
Vows.
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Know all I need to know then. Let's get going with this tourney.
Everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like? What the fuck is going
on? I'll swear on her, illustrious highness's garter. I'll swear on my lady's love.
I vow on the love of my lady, Yennefer of Vengerberg, to respect the chivalric virtues.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome.
It's kind of cute when he says the love of my lady and then names Yen.
Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney.
Shiny.
You
Ah, do I have to wear the armor?
tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
Damn it. Can I just not use my gear? Well, that's a big no. Is it possible to make him name Triss? Only if you obviously romance Triss. Because obviously this is set after... This is... Oh, fuck off, Google. This is technically DLC set after the main story or what have you, so... Yeah. I suppose it all comes down to who you choose to be with in the game.
Geralt, well, I'll be... Have you decided to turn knight-errant?
Nah, I'm just doing some shit, you know.
All jesting aside, here on a job. You in the tourney too?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Rainfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago, a nervous wreck, stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less, as if that...
Isn't that against the rules or something? Like, does that surely not enhance his speed or something?
What to do. Listen, Geralt, I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to me either way.
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
Fine.
Never turn down a round of Gwent.
I congratulate you. We shall swap as agreed. We've passed the time rather nicely. Lady Vivian should appear forthwith. I'm off to face my first challenge.
Good luck.
Right, so the first contest is the shooting range. I should already be quicker if I'm against him. He can't shoot quicker than me with a bow.
salute you.
Crossbow's
The
quicker.
honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year.
Sort of.
Fight on.
Depending who really uses it, to be
I may
honest.
bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize.
Welcome, follower.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Alrog. How are you doing?
You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test them.
Maybe we should have left-handed shooting. Yeah, but we have to hit targets, not people, Morph.
Behold Horm Akispark.
Hydrate. Shall do. Shall do.
His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true.
People can be targets.
The ones in blue.
True.
Against him, new blood, a knight unknown till now. Seraphix of Forhorn, give us a bow. The targets he must with
I thought I was gonna bow.
are red. May the better man win.
Right, so I'm shooting red targets.
Brave Seraphix has hit over one half of his marks. Will he manage to prevail? Are these glories first sparks?
There's really no challenge there. I mean, you can use a crossbow so quickly in this game.
Seraphix has won. His bolt struck the goal. Yet even this cannot soothe the ache in his soul.
A new crossbow.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate you.
Ooh.
Thank you, my lady.
What are the other prizes?
Would you tell me about the other prizes?
Alas, I cannot devote more time to you than to the other combatants. I have duties to attend.
That's fine.
Forgive me.
Thank you anyway.
My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
Unlikely story.
To an opponent such as you is a victory of...
The bow's freaking out a little bit there, isn't it?
Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks.
The bow's trying to shift and phase into more things than one.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies.
What the game about is about a lovely man called Geralt, and he slays monsters, and he loves women.
She opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no
There you
time
go.
to lose. Let us go.
Specifically in this one, we're trying to. I don't have it set for this one. That was just for those Bioshock ones. But yeah, it's just basically about Geralt the Monster Slayer killing people and monsters, helping the world to be a better place. I guess you could say, really. He was looking for his door in the main game, but we're doing the DLC. So we're hunting down the Beast of Belclair, which is a vampire that we found out about last night in stream. Alright.
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big.
Oh,
Right.
fair Vivian. Thou hast
Oriole
not
feather.
eyes within thy locks.
Vivian keep a
Thy
bird as a
lips
pet?
like a thread of
No
scar.
sign of it here, if so.
Breasts are like
Elsa cloth, shoes, dragon skin. Right.
Ruxay tend to be fond of birds. Hairs and salts. Used to make compresses.
There is definitely something mysterious about it, that's for sure.
Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme.
Someone approaches. Quickly.
You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seeks you in my lady's tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here.
I wasn't doing anything or sneaking or stealing. Promise. Right, so now I've got to do the race one, which is. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the race one.
Behold, gallant knights and ladies decorous, gaze at the host assembled before us. Look upon chivalry's best and most storied. Come from far lands, here to seek
Tried to
glory.
rush to fuck up. Yeah.
As I shout them
Hopefully
aloud,
not.
savor their
It's a pretty
titles
simple
and
course. It's the hitting the targets which are going to be the issue.
Irin, the Baron of Longfall, Linus of Metina, Rainfarn of Atra, Hormakaspark of Meikt, Donimir of Joy.
Doesn't he feel like he's been a little bit creepy?
In service to the Duchess, Delwyn of Craigiau, Count Tai of Dondal, Ansay of Lyria and Rivia a Prince, Graphics of Thorhorn.
I wonder if you get in an argument with him for having both Rivia.
Without a roaring cheer, the faint flower of silence, Tawny champion from last year. Today's winner of contests, his victory to secure, shall face a Gregoire in a challenge severe. Does ignorance demand a bard intercede? Does someone need telling how Tawnies proceed?
Yes, I do, if you please.
Ere the suns from the glass retire?
Any chance you could say it normally?
Not at all. Ere the suns
Geralt has no time for the fancy speakings.
steeds does tire. Neath all the gates you must guide your horse, and each of 5 targets strike with bolts. Each dummy felt adds more sand to the glass, and each true-shot bolt repeats the task.
Yep, all clear now.
Graphics of Forhorn. Is that what you call yourself? You shan't fool me. To this day I bear marks where I met your steel. But don't you remember? I am Tai of Dorntal, and I swear to you, before the tourney's end, I shall have added another book to that collection on your map.
Done. Then step
I
aside.
don't even know who he is.
You're in my way.
The Tawny's protector, the mate Viv
I can't remember him from a previous game.
of beasts and men.
My heart's greetings.
Unless he's from a book.
May my grace
That's also
guide
very
you and
possible.
show you the path of honor, valor, and glory. Accept my wishes of good fortune, sir, and devote all your strength to the tourney, and only it.
The time
Okay.
has come for you, Sir Knight. Mount your steed. Swift be your flight.
Ladies and gentlemen of lineage,
Why are they all talking specifically to me?
shall swarm like ants most industrious.
It feels a bit weird.
Passage there rides like the gale. What a sight to behold! What a lark! What a tale! Before us Sir Ravix of Forhorn dubbed, his spurs flash like lightning, to a shine they've been wrapped.
Yeah, it's all very signified on me, isn't it?
Move it! And he's up! We the thunderous roar, whose pounds the ground,
Who put a horse in the random of the track?
could make such a sound.
Oh, yeah, I missed it. I missed it. That's fine. Oh, what? Alright, okay, yep, apparently I missed that one. Oh, come on, I hit that! I definitely hit that. Alright then. Yeah, okay, I got one. I got one. Oh. Alright, we've got extra time. Oh. I don't know what's happening. Because I definitely hit the things. Wait, can I wait a minute, I'm gonna reload that. I wanna redo.
So? That is not
Still.
Shut up, give me a redo.
Dropped.
Oh my god, I don't care, give me a redo. Right, that one. You're only one with a ponytail, that's why. Very attractive. Okay. I mean, yeah. Geralt does have the looks, he does indeed. That's why all the women want him. And obviously it seems like that he's quite bold. Right, let's try this again. I just need to get to the end, but I don't know why. I definitely hit some of those targets. So that's annoyed me. Come on. Right.
And he's up! With a thunderous roar, hoof pounds the ground. No legion of drummers could make such a sound.
Right. What the? Alright. Alright, we got one. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Ah, okay. You have to wait till you're very close. That makes a lot more sense now. Oh, bloody got it. We bloody got it. Alright, we've got 4 more checkpoints. Okay. Right. Okay, we see that one over there.
I shall be famous one day, as famous as... So close! Will he last, endure, and keep pace?
Did it. Nice. That's why we were going to do it then. Again, it wouldn't have been very fun.
A race of such style, such grace, such speed. To watch was a pleasure, a treat indeed. To honor our entrance, praise each fair night, we shall feast from eve till dawn's first light. The finest of wine and food shall be served. If you've blood in your veins, come collect what's deserved.
I congratulate you.
New armor for horse.
Price. A saddle adorned with your crest.
Many thanks.
By the way, my maid saw a man with white hair sneak out of my tent. Would you know who it might have been?
No idea.
How juvenile.
I think she likes me. I guess we will see.
Congratulations on your win. In stellar style, no less. Ah, I no longer regret I was not able to participate.
Can he not change his bandages?
We must drink to this. Come with me to the feast.
He's still got blood on him.
Vivian together.
That's not great. Oh, we're nearly a candle going. My black cherry candle is nearly done. It's getting very low. I don't think it's going to go out today, though.
Vivian?
Her beauty's striking.
That is not what I ask.
Still too early to say anything I'd be willing to stand behind. Found some clues. Got me wondering if your beloved Vivian's not a Bruxa.
A Bruxa? You mean a vampiress?
Exactly.
Not sure yet.
We need more information.
Time before Vivian arrives. Let us drink.
Sounds good.
To Vivian, may you find the means to aid her.
If something's actually wrong with her.
Ah.
He's just very suspicious of her.
I finally understood what all those poems and ballads were trying to say.
Love's not poetry alone. Sometimes it's prose. Sometimes it's just plain ugly.
You say that only because you do not know Vivian as I do. A life with her would be sweetness itself.
Actually, you don't know her all that well either.
I don't remember what was wrong with her. Nor do I, to be honest. Oh, here he is.
Something.
I demand satisfaction. You've insulted me twicely.
I don't even know who you are.
They ought to be enough.
You refuse to duel? Then I shall show you how I treat cowards.
Knock him out.
Nothing, Ty. Might want to give some serious thought to whether you want to face me for a fourth.
I shall kill you, freak!
Who is he?
Chance, sir. You failed to seize it, and now you must leave.
We shall meet again, mutant.
I generally have no clue who he is. I can't remember if he was in Witcher 1 or 2. Although he's got the rose. I'm pretty sure there was a group of soldiers in the first game with roses on them. If that might have been it, maybe. That might be the connection there.
My heart swells to behold this beautiful celebration of valor and honor, and to witness you, who embody the chivalric virtues in your lives, strive for greatness. Yet, after a time of combat must come a time of peace. and respite. Thus, I invite all who fought in the tourney to this feast held in your, and none other's, honor. And should any among you crave solitude, private tents await you nearby. The group melee shall take place on the morrow.
On the morrow?
Shall be within grasp for each and every one of you. The best among you shall have the honor to face our reigning champion, the famed Gregoire de Gourgon, victor of last year's tourney.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Make merry, revel as you will, yet be mindful of the trial that awaits.
Alright, so I've got to go confront her.
What you said, grey dome scoundrel, ever seeking Lady Vivienne.
Strange. Was sure I'd find her here. Vanished. Melted into thin air. And that bird. Shibruxa flew off. Worth going after.
Okay, follow the birds.
The bird's leading me somewhere.
How many skill points do I have? Oh, just one. How many do I need for the upgrade? 2. I might get that. When I've got it. Get out of here, Panther. This isn't your business. Is there another one? I don't think I should have called Roach. I'm just gonna see if I can run and leave it. I don't have to keep killing panthers. Okay, let's just keep going straight, I guess.
Bird flew off over the hill. Might be quicker to pass through the cave.
Alright, through the cave then. What's the worst that could happen? I get a superior swallow up in a. Good. So this ain't half taking us on a trek, which is what I would have said if I could have got that out first fucking time. But yeah. we going to see her bathing or something? I feel like that's a sort of typical thing that's probably happens around there.
Witcher.
Oh, my monthly amount for WoW's just come out.
Counted on me getting lost.
I did. I thought you know.
She a burb.
Good at tourneys, hopeless in the face of true danger. I was mistaken.
So you're not actually a Bruxa.
A what?
Suspicion I had that you might be a vampire. Certain details seemed to confirm it. Then I changed my mind. Anyway, unimportant. Here you come to this clearing often.
This is where it all began. And as I was not able to evade you, save myself from you, then I want it done here. In this very spot.
I'm not going to kill you.
No witnesses.
Done.
While you are a witcher, you were hired to kill me, were you not? Then do so, now. And do it quickly, I beg you.
You got this all wrong, love.
Resist.
Witchers only hunt monsters. And even then, not all. You're no monster.
She's quite pretty for a bird woman.
To your eyes.
No? Afflicted by a curse.
Most likely you've been cursed. Don't know who by or why yet, but hope to find that out soon.
If you've no contract on my life, why take an interest at all? Did Guillaume put you up to it? Is that why?
He wanted to help you. Asked me to do him a favor. Frankly, if I can do something for you, I'll do it, willingly.
Why should I trust you?
'Cause the Duchess trusts me? 'Cause I'm a freak?
I mean...
'Cause cases like
Wouldn't I have just killed her straight away if I wasn't actually going to
You
be
shall not turn on me. Use what I
doing
say
it?
against me. You shall not tell anyone.
I swear on the heron.
I will be discreet. I swear this on the heron.
You mock me.
No, it's just... You want reassurances. Too many. If you want my help, you've got to trust me. Won't peep a word to anyone. Unless I decide someone needs to be let in on your secret.
So be it. I shall tell you what my mama once told me.
Mama.
When she was
Papa.
a child, expecting me, she and my father spent much time together near the wood, here in this clearing. Mama loved to listen to the orioles sing. She would
Okay.
stroke her belly and say, "My daughter should be as beautiful as that bird. Such is my wish." But a creature dwelt in the wood who envied my parents their
Okay.
happiness. One day it appeared before them to say the whole wood belonged to it, and they had dared to delight in something that was not theirs. It demanded payment, and when my parents said that they had nothing, it claimed their unborn daughter as its own.
What the creature looked like?
Parents ever describe the creature?
They called it a nymph born of the deep woods, with no mother or father. But I was too young, too distraught by the curse's onset to ask after details.
What happened then?
What happened after that?
Spare no details.
I came into the world a perfectly normal child, and my parents forgot that day's events. But 15 summers into my life, the curse began to show.
Oh, so when she was walking with Gullamain
But now,
and she made a noise, she realised it was a full moon.
I must use magic ointment to mask its symptoms, to look normal. Thus I thought someone had discovered my secret, then hired you to kill me.
Right.
In fact, I was resigned to death in coming here. Perhaps death would be preferable to my complete and permanent transformation. For I fear that is what lies in store.
Magic illusions, using them can be dangerous.
Ointment you use includes a potent magic ingredient. You don't have the immunity mages have. Use heavy doses, or normal doses too long, and it could be dangerous to you.
I sensed this. The very reason I knew I would have to give it up in the end, and bid my human form a final farewell.
I can try to lift the curse for you.
Curse. It could be reversible. Once ran into a baron transformed into a cormorant, ostensibly for good. Managed to cure him completely.
And you truly think you could do something like this for me?
Can't guarantee a thing. Tough case yours.
That wasn't the one where it was Ciri's dad, right?
Complicates things. Also, you claim the curse is increasing its hold. Symptoms are progressing. Could try transferring the curse onto someone else.
What? Out of the question. I shall not allow it to ruin an innocent's life. Is this the only method you know?
Only one that's completely safe.
So there is another.
You're quick to reject help.
Pretty quick to reject help. Why is that? The curse once transferred would probably have a weaker hold on the new host. Lots weaker.
I do not even wish to hear of it.
It's fair enough. You don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it. There is another method, though.
All right, there is another. Ancient ritual. We'd need an Oriole egg. Should release the curse's grip permanently. Gotta warn you, though. Could have serious consequences.
Consequences? What kind?
Curse was cast before you came into this world. Ritual involved transferring it to an as-yet unhatched chick. You'd be free. Thing is, you could be left with the average lifespan of an Oriole.
7 years. I understand. Alas, every rose has its thorn, and there are no happy endings. Yet, truth be told, I never thought I would get...
Why don't you just stay like this? You're not that bad looking.
...to die.
Once you get past the beak...
7 years of life.
It's quite pretty.
Real life, free life. This is no dilemma.
In a way.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
I see why. I understand. Don't have to decide just yet. Think it through.
I will. They must miss me at the tourney grounds by now. Shall we? Return.
Let's.
But are you gonna...
Yes. I cannot appear there all in feathers. Pardon me for a moment.
Should be a full bird soon, though. Oh, yeah, I suppose that is true, isn't it? Is it maybe the lake, then? Why does the lake change her back? That's...
You can change at will?
No, but I discovered the water of this pool helps. Its effects are brief, but I can always be sure of them.
Interesting.
Come.
Okay.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah.
Then speak, man. Can you not see I'm out of my mind with worry? What ails her?
She asked me not to talk about it.
But I want only the best for her. Perhaps I shall be able to help, or, I don't know, console her at the least.
Nah. You're not responsible for this.
Vivian gave me the details of her situation, but she did so in confidence. Promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
But I'm not just anyone. Why, I would do anything for her. I was the one to ask you.
He's annoying me.
You cannot shut me out now.
I'm sorry. Look, in time Vivian will come to understand what she owes you. I'm sure of it. But until then, you gotta understand the whole world doesn't revolve around you.
How dare you lecture me? This is not the aid I sought. And to think I gave up my spot in the tourney to you. I regret it now. Do you even intend to compete to the end? Or now that you've bound Vivian to your terms, you no longer see the need?
What is wrong with you?
I don't back out of anything. I'll take part in the last skirmish. Besides, Vivian will be busy till the tourney's end.
Indeed. In that case, you must meet the other knights of your team.
He's a
They
prick.
near the arena
I don't like him.
by the training ground.
Got it. Thanks.
I know now the two teams' rosters.
I shall be captain of ours. That means you shall do as I say for the duration of the fight. Is this clear? Palmer and Alonso will lead the opposing team. With this skirmish, we commemorate the Battle of Fox Hollow of 1218. When a hands of southern outlaws led by
I say put the curse on him.
attacked
That would be pretty good.
driven off by brave knights, thus
We'll see what we can do.
setting a precedent. Since that day, knights errant have guarded the duchy's borders. Palmerin drew the short straw, so his team shall play the barbarian Haller's men. Any questions?
None.
If you swing your blade as deftly as you shoot, we shall win.
Oh, we'll win.
It is time, gentlemen.
We'll win.
Take your weapons and proceed to the arena.
A cheer for the knights, the ladies, the lords. For our next entertainment, the teams shall cross swords. 2 rifle crews, 2 coteries shall fight full tilt till one's dropped to its knees. Who virtue ignores or lance blows unclean shall forever be branded as shameful, obscene. While the knights prepare, let me say I'm elated to behold such a crowd on edge, breath baited.
I don't like the bard. Can we cast a bard?
All others must leave, heads bowed in disgrace. Let us begin! Crowd, race a ruckus! Blood, sweat, and tears shall soon follow in buckets.
I'm coming for you. Ooh.
Oh my! That must have been painful. Now there's but rapid, though he's far from done. The world's never seen a fight quite so glorious.
Did we win?
Showing such verve, each knight was victorious. Yet at tourney's end, but one champion may reign. Today it is Palmerin, all praise to his name.
Wait, what?
Like lions, like leopards, so fierce fought his host. To them give your cheers, love, esteem utmost. Palmerin de Longfall and Gregoire de Gorgon, two knights of high valor,
Excuse me?
fight to be champion. Noble seraphics shall not stand in La Belle, though hopes he raised high, a victory
We didn't win.
he fell. To the tired remainder.
Wait a minute, fuck that. Fuck that. Give me it back.
Greetings.
Shut up. Give me back. I want to fight and win. Oh, fuck off.
No.
Damn it, just let me get into the bloody main menu thing.
My...
Oh, just... This is so bullshit. Just let me redo.
And you... This...
Why do I have to go through all of this?
Not...
Alright. This one. Alright. Hopefully this will be it. Gimme in the game.
I know now.
Okay, right, so that is the one. So I can skim through this.
It is...
Right. Let me in, let me fight.
Let us begin.
I'm gonna assume that I can't use my...
Blood, sweat, and tears shall soon follow in buckets.
Witcher hath always.
You shall perish, evil doer. Go on, no remorse. Let us end this, you and I. Now there's but Rabbits, though he's far from done. When all the dust clears, shall he have won?
Oh wait, seriously? It's just me? Come on. Come on. God damn it. Why is it all so late?
No mercy!
Woo! Right. So 2 left. We could do this. I'm sorry, Palmer, but I want this win. Yes, I win. This tournament's mine. I'm sorry, but yeah, no one can win this tournament but me. It's mine. I want the sword. Even though I've already got pretty much the best swords, I want the sword.
Today he is the one. Praised be his name. He felt a whole host, slew the most. To Rafix of Forhorn, who the strength of lions boasts. He sailed through all trials, each test he passed with ease, but now awaits the last. Will it bring him to his knees?
I don't get why it lets me eat and use potions, but it won't let me use my magic signs.
Title, and the day is done. To the tired Tremender, we salute your endeavors. Return to your wives, your loves, your whomevers.
Seems a little bit strange. So do I go straight into it, or is it still this? Ah, yeah, okay.
It is time. Step into the arena. Should you suffer grievous harm during combat, have you any last wishes? Any missives you wish passed to your loved ones?
Thanks, I'm fine.
The brave knight Rafix hails from Forhorn. It might sound fictitious, yet there he was born. Now entering the grounds, a titan of infamy. Gregoire Gorgon, victor of Lastis Tourney.
He can't be a quick mover. It's just not possible. Not in that armor and that sword.
They sink the grounds, the titans will stairs, ferocious and spry as wolves hunting hares. Mesdames et messieurs, our victor, our champion, the unequaled and silent Gregoire de Gorgon! Hip, hip, hooray!
Woo. See, he's so slow. Done.
Rafix of Forhorn! This is champion, a sight to behold. He defeated Gregoire de Gorgon. Hail Rafix, 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 Rafix.
Wow, okay. I've got such a good audience. Such a good audience.
As patron of this grand tournament.
Remind me of when I get invaded in the Dark Souls games.
Grand champion.
Yeah, I get it.
His vow he made upon
You know, I never really got raided too much when I played Dark Souls.
It was doubtless this vow that carried him to this splendid victory. He showed great courage, great strength.
Heavy armored guys with huge swords, yeah.
Nobly with honor, and thus rightfully deserves.
Massive pain in the asses, those are. My light armored character dancing around them.
I need to talk to you.
Not now. We shall meet later in my tent. I have duties to attend to, as do you. Folk regard you. The least you should do is wave.
I wonder if that sword's actually better than the Witcher one. I am curious.
Greetings, my lady. Have you decided?
I have. I stand by all I have said. I wish to endanger no one and thus choose the method involving an egg. If it's to be the egg of an oriole, I know where to find one. There is a nest in my clearing. Might you explain the nature of the ritual? Its exact course?
Sure, but seems your tense grown ears. Show yourself, Guillaume. Can hear you breathing, and I know damn well it's you.
Why are you here, sir? This is a private audience. Geralt, what is the meaning of this? Is this some scheme you've hatched unbeknownst to me?
Haven't hatched a thing.
No, no scheming involved. Guillaume hired me, but this matter relates to you, not him. Didn't invite him here in any case. Actually surprised he showed up.
My lady, I live to serve you. Whatsoever you require, you need but beckon. I am yours to command.
Why don't you just leave her alone?
Is that all you wish to say?
I suppose so.
So you shall do what I command, sir. Very well then. Listen carefully. Leave this tent, turn towards the duchy's northern marches, and run. Run until the tawny grounds are no longer within sight. Return only once you've cooled off. Then leave me be forevermore. Understood?
My lady, but your troubles. I only wish the Witcher see.
Out now!
It's his own fault. He shouldn't have been such a nosy pecker.
You assured me I could trust you.
Didn't tell him a thing. Must have figured it out himself.
Your secret. Didn't tell him anything he didn't already know.
I understand he hired you, so you had to report to him. But this is not his affair, Geralt. This is my life.
I know, I'm helping you.
Absolutely sure you did the right thing? Not too hasty rejecting his help? Can't conduct the ritual using your reflection without him. Needed someone who'd willingly assume the curse in your stead.
And you thought I would agree to this? No, Geralt. When we spoke in the meadow, you told me of a ritual which required no lusty knights to aid us. This is the method I wish to pursue.
Okay. Need to find an Aureola egg.
Find an egg. Preferably an Oriole's.
Oh, Orioles. Not an Areoli.
There'll be a side effect. Still sure you want to go through
I can't read sometimes, apparently.
Yes. I saw a nest in the clearing where we spoke. But before we go, tell me, what will become of the chick?
We'll have to break the egg. Like you said, not everyone gets a happy ending.
And for a dream to come true, there must be sacrifices. Very well. Let us go.
Is the sword that I even won from the tourney going to be any good? It was gold. Gold swords aren't exactly great. They're heavy.
This is the place.
It is actually better. Oh man, I feel like I should use it now. I don't even know if I've got good stuff to put in these anymore. Oh wait, I can dye my clothes. Ah, only Witcher gear. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Alright then, let's put on this new sword then, I guess. If it's better anyway, might as well. Alright, so let's do 3%. Eating, armor piercing, chance to freeze and stun. Why not?
That's a huge bitch!
Oh no! A
It
panther
is.
shot at the nest!
Stand back. I'll take care of this.
Bad panther.
Eggs fell in a moss patch. They're fine except for one. It's cracked.
We only have one attempt at this.
Think so.
Now what must I do?
Sit on it. Sure, you want to go through with this?
Just to be sure, gonna ask one last time. Positive you want to do this? If we succeed, the changes will be irreversible. You'll probably also only have 7 years left to live, at the most.
7 years free of the fear that someone might spy me at the wrong moment? Of the stigma of being a freak, a monster? 7 years of a life both true and unfettered. Yes, Kelt. I'm certain I wish to do it.
Okay then. Focus and repeat after me.
You need to concentrate now. Repeat after me. Muna Gandrau. Muna Finerat.
Muna Gandrau. Muna Finerat. Muna Gandrau. Muna Finerat. Muana Gandrau. Muana Finerat.
Damn it.
Geralt, look! Look! Oh, gods! I shall be able to attend balls. I shall travel to Oxenfurt, to Novigrad even. Thank you, Witcher.
Yeah, sorry. Just, you know, don't help me out.
Someone hired me to help you.
Yes, I'm grateful to him as well, immensely. Will you tell him so for me?
Shouldn't you tell him yourself?
Tell him yourself, don't you think?
Perhaps I should, but I would prefer not to. Convey my gratitude to him in my stead, please. be so kind?
Yeah, it's alright. Sure. Why not?
Sure.
I suppose we can.
Farewell, Vivian.
Alright, so before we do that, we can take off this outfit now and put this one back on. It is less protection in the long run, but... yeah, but I can colour them. Oh. I can make them purple. I can make myself completely red. I kind of want it, like, I kind of like how it is at the moment. I think we're alright, you know. Right. So we need to head back over to the tournament grounds and talk to Gallerny, or whatever his fucking name was. The person who's a bit of a knob. I imagine he's probably going to cut us short a little bit because we didn't properly do what he wanted. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Geralt, what of Vivian?
Managed to lift her curse.
Truly? So all will be well. Her troubles are done?
She asked me to pass on a message.
To give you a message. Said she's grateful. Thanks to you, she can live a normal life.
Good, good. But how does she fare?
Vivian's happy.
Vivian chose what suited her best. She's completely free now. And happy, I think.
Without me.
You helped her. But that doesn't mean she owes you her love. Got this bard friend. Philosopher too, I guess. Amateur. He'd say, if you love somebody, set them free.
Do you know what, Geralt? You earned your reward, so take it. But keep your advice to yourself.
I will knock your teeth out, mate. You just watch your tongue. What knob? What knob? Right. So that's one of the quests done. So now we've got to go talk to the vineyard. Because we now have a vineyard. I can't even fast travel there. Ooh, it's not on. What are you doing, Roach? Oh, I got that new saddle. Can I put that on, Roach? Oh, it's better as well. Oh, yeah. Roach is looking fancy.
Long live the champion! I could use one.
Nothing to see here.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, let me circle round.
You smell that? No smell. Whoa there, Roach.
Right. Hey, Nath. How's it going? How was the movie and the cake?
I am Barnabas Basil Faulty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Bianco. I previously
It was hella good.
Distinction at the
I'm glad.
family
I'm glad you've had a good night then.
with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize.
So like cake devouring fiend.
The house together. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
This place, tell me more about it.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess.
Okay.
The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colourful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair.
Okay.
And about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary...
It seems like a lot of knowledge to really go for when we just want to find out about our own vineyard.
Estate.
No?
Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste.
That's not good if you want to do wine.
Alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that.
That's just a lot of bad luck.
Making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Okay, show me around the vineyard.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
You know the place more than me. You just tell me where to go, I'll go follow. I can't remember if there's something specific you can do here, to be honest.
Sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there.
Look how big this bloody sword hill is.
As a chambermaid at one
Oh,
of the
okay, it's not the hill, but just like that massive bar hanging off it.
She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
That's a handguard, isn't it? That's the word that I was looking for.
I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate.
Oh, I'm still following.
You've spread some nastiness.
That's a weirdly shaped hat. It just ends. There's no point.
Part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
Can you fathom it? Vermentino and Coronata reconciled?
I can't remember if I actually put money into this place.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes.
Ooh, cinnamon notes.
Have to try it one of these days.
This would be a lot more interesting if I liked wine.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest
That woman's plucking the chickens over there.
First time and thus unaware of the custom.
Hello, love.
He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Alright. He knows his history, I give him that.
Monsieur Boleus, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Okay.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say
it's very pretty.
Still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Alright then. Is that all for this tool? We're sort of getting back to where we were when I first started talking to you, so...
The book of lust is hard and girthy.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Okay.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Boleus's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil.
Yeah, we probably don't want a dead Bruxa body down there, you know, just in case anyone wants to go out look.
Follow me, please.
Alright.
As you can see, the facade is slightly stained, but one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True.
Yeah.
Use a bit of subtle paint.
All of this, I'm sure, would come up as renovations monies.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, which breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. One must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that?
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Think we could do some renovating?
The place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Let's do some work on the house.
Thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once saw such.
How much we talking, mate?
Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Yeah.
I can
It's in your
smell you.
hands then. Make the
Hello.
polish shine.
Anax.
Get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence.
Hello, me old chum.
They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence.
Does it put me straight into it, or do I have to wait?
Beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
The grounds, be nice to improve those.
Spacious grounds. But maybe it's time.
I was going, yeah, it's going pretty good. We've done the Knights tournament side quest, so we're just doing the one where we're fixing up our own vineyard.
I see things. Given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
You read my mind. Need an armor repair table.
Work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all
We'll
that.
get the vino out.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Order a table.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will...
Okay, and then... Yeah, I want grindstone.
Of course.
I don't need to hear you talk about this, just give me the grindstone.
Of course. Will you be...
No what?
I shall be glad...
Is that it?
I agree.
Starting to really like...
I agree. Yet...
Oh, okay, alright, I can't do any more until I've done it. This is basically Animal Crossing Witcher Edition. Right, wait 3 days. This is fine, we can do this. Alright, so... No, alright, okay, so it's 10 a.m. Alright, so that's 1 day. That's 2 days. And this should be 3 days? Oh shit, time hacks. Oh yeah, meditating, baby. Just skim through all of these very quickly. Right, then we got a bed. Place trophy. Oh, my fist fighting trophy. Yes. And now I can put my Victor's cup, and then up there. I don't have anything to pop on there. Oh my god. Hang painting. The White Wolf by Count Edo. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. My stash. Let's put that in. That and that. And then I want to put my special Ravix armor in. Yes, Snake Eater indeed. No. Right, okay. So that's that room. Oh, look, my house is so fancy now. It's so fancy. Starry Night over the pond tile we put there. Armor stand. Oh, there's an armor stand, yeah. and that one, and then ancient elven thing, and then what else we got? That there. Cool.
Renovations coming along?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed. And
Okay, yeah, we know about that. So it's just giving me extra stuff.
the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most
Oh, I'll go there right now.
If you say...
But can we talk about other...
shipment of wine
Oh.
from the Belgard vineyard, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Madame Matilda and
I helped both of those.
I had the barrels unloaded and stored in the cellar to the right of the entrance.
Thanks. Take a look when I have a moment.
Splendid. I was told to expect a subsequent delivery 5 days hence.
Right.
Starting to really like...
As you wish, sir.
Right, what can we do? So let's work on the house.
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could...
Indeed. Momentum is best maintained once established.
New bed, additional armor, stands, weapon racks, also new furnishings and coat of paint. Could use a better bed.
About buying a
Excellent idea.
Order a new bed.
True indeed. Is there anything...
And order another weapon rack, sure.
Of course. Is there any...
More armor stands. I don't need them, but I'll take them.
It's good.
Because I've got the coin.
Is there anything...
Oh. Guest room. Have it refurbished.
Is there anything...
Is there anything else to that?
Utmost respect, sir. The vineyard...
Aha! Grounds. Okay.
What a...
Right, Roach deserves a roomier stable.
You know...
Oh.
My road.
I shall get...
Yeah.
Will you be needing...
Herbs in the garden.
So...
Well, you're... The idea...
Sorted.
If you... Of course.
Right, let's go check out what this other thing was. Oh shit, no, that's the kitchen. No, fucking hell, look at that. Imagine having like a bloody stove that big. Whoa. What a treat. What a treat. Oh, and our house is so pretty now. We're becoming a right gentleman, we are.
Something behind this wall, I think. A laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
So it's an alchemy lab. Look at that. So I could dismantle them and stuff. Interesting. And then this one. Additional charge. Oh, see, look at that. It's just getting all big, you know. Right. So one day for a lot of stuff. I need to do another day apparently. Oh no, I don't. I haven't. It hasn't been one day yet. That's right. Now it should have been. So I had a new bed and all that arrived. So let's just go check that out before we meditate for the next bit. So more weapon racks and armor stands, right? The guest bedroom won't be done until 2 days, so I've got to wait a day for that. But we can go check out our roomier bed. Let's go have a look. Oh, look at that. Now that's a bed. Oh shit. Health goes up, bomb potions. Right. And then the house is done, so now I've got to talk to Thingy again. But let's go check out the guest bedroom. Oh! Look at our fancy place of living now.
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now devote yourself to enjoying the vineyard's delights to the fullest. You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought with all the work on Corfo Bianco completed, and with the estate looking more beautiful than ever, it might be appropriate to commemorate the moment.
Sure, we should celebrate.
Sure, why not?
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 1250 vintage.
Sounds
by what miracle it
like a
survived,
good year.
But it is here, and we've cause to open it today. And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed, even when the decor began to catch fire.
That dude's glass is silly as fuck. No, they're not. They're perfectly fine. Oh, my arm disappeared there. No, it didn't. It's this one. I was looking at the wrong one.
Sounds like Monsieur.
Is that a Modero? No, that's it. Actually, his glasses.
So, in this regard, Baron Rossel was decidedly more reserved.
The glasses are quite strange in The Witcher.
Situation like here. Am I going to produce any this year?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus destroyed all the vines. Baron
Didn't know John Lennon was canon into the series.
Sometime before they start bearing fruit.
No, hydrate. I don't want to brag. She's going to bring up cake again, isn't she?
That'd be bad. This Sapramento got me dreaming. It's amazing.
Isn't it, though? Allow me to top you off.
But I have a ramen bowl. I knew it was going to be food related. I can't say whether that's definitely good or not. I have still yet to have ramen. I've had noodles, but ramen is different, right? I'm going to say it is, because then that way I haven't had it. And I've got something to look forward to. Ah, look, Roach has his own little house.
We had to summon a witcher to do their work.
Oh, that's lovely. Liam and
Right.
Matilda.
So that's that side quest done. Try lobster. I don't like seafood, so that would be a no-go for me. Right, so I've got to meet Regis down here. I've always wondered what crab and lobster taste like, but again, I don't like seafood, so I know that I wouldn't enjoy it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fine though. I am fine. Let's ride. Oh. On the upside, when we had to do the race course, Roach didn't get stuck. So we had a little bit of luck there. Right, Regis, are you around here?
Regis.
Oh, bloody hell. Right, we're sorted. More? Alright, okay. Hello?
Regis.
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong.
Hello?
This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Well, there is another bit around there now. Oh, hello. Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I stuck? Well, this is just depressing. I'm physically stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'll still take you bastards on. Yeah. I got myself unstuck. Hey, and Mr. Gore's here. Hello, darling. How you doing?
Some stench.
I don't know how I got into that mess. Alright, thank you. How you doing? I am pretty damn good, my friend. I'm even better now that you're here. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Why would I lie? How's your Tuesday going, Mr. Gore? Alright. I just want to check. Have I unlocked like another slot? Yeah. 48. Okay. So I can soon get my damage up a little bit more. Soon. Not just yet, though. Was decent, got stuff done today. Yeah. It is good when we have a very productive day.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliche can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door.
But yeah, you joined just as we started doing the main stuff.
I value it rather deeply.
It's
Unmolested,
almost like you
especially by
timed
a
it.
wanted guest, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him.
Gore arrives precisely when he means to. He does.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
I believe it. I read it in some very popular scripture, you could say.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped.
My face is a bit veiny.
3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the rings seemed to
Can't quite tell you why.
Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
It wasn't that veiny a minute ago.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The ring. What's its provenance?
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen.
Oh, I will say, I'm sure some of you have already seen, or if you've been in my Discord, you might have seen. But I put a link in the announcements. If you haven't already, you can go vote what spooky game we get to play after Witcher.
Vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans in the
I thought I'd just let you know. I did put a timer thing to come up, but it hasn't come up, so I don't think the thing's working.
Slaughtered for food.
Precisely. And the reason why I
It is what it is.
to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff?
You just summon Dettlaff? You're both higher vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid.
Link to Discord. Oh,
But believe me,
yes. Oh, wait. Nax, can you do that for me?
It is a last resort. Absolutely.
So do I have the alt tab?
Resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority
It's a mod thing, Mr. Gore.
in a given place. But the very act of
We'll have to try though. We'll have to try.
Well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it...
I'll do it, it's alright. No. That. Yeah, all that.
A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Just use the link for browse. There you go. I'm not sure if that one's... That one has to be one that's okay and can be used.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kobinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
I'm pretty sure I did definitely set it so that that one was one that doesn't stop being used.
Be a Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kobinarius never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How does it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kobinaris gave a rather...
Kobinaris, that's very close to something.
Once it sends one into a trance similar to that...
Did CD Projekt Red know?
This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was
Maybe.
just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope Resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Brewed a decoction.
Kobinarius spent half his life proving his theory.
Is it me or does the stream keep getting choppy?
Maybe a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's
Does
tissue,
it?
we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we
I'm not too sure then.
out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Heroes Neb is downloading. No one said anything until now. Seems fine on my end. At least nothing's coming up as an issue. I'll have a look at some settings in between stream. So I can't really do anything now with settings. Oh, there it pops up.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a
Took his damn time.
Very intelligent fowl.
Jesus Christ.
I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature fast.
It happened for me as well. I saw it.
With all due respect,
What's going on?
friend. It will take them some time.
This is fine not for other stuff.
Care for a snifter of mandrake.
Strength.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Why is it being weird?
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Oof, yeah. What's going on? Open. Okay. Alright. Alright. Ow. Nothing's like being used up. Oh wait, yeah, it's using like 71% my GPU. But that's weird that it's only doing it today when it wasn't doing it before. It's been perfectly fine the other streams. It's only this one that it started doing it. Alright, let's have a look.
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
Oh yeah, it does go up quite high.
In that case, my ears are cocked.
But why is it only doing it now when it hasn't been doing it in any of the other streams?
Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures. Must lead.
When I get to a point that I can save it, I'm gonna have a quick mess with the setting. Could just be this area with the mods. Could be. I'll get it. I won't do the short stuff. We'll just do the long conversations and see what happens.
To ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say.
Because yeah, this is the first time that it's actually done it at all throughout this whole game.
If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Yes.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast.
Oh yeah, it's actually now coming up saying skip frames.
Something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege
Yeah.
of very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Let's just try without that and see what happens. It's okay now.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Not as far as I know.
As far as I know, none.
Way better now.
Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
I have no idea.
My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Well, it's just been that scene. Possibly. Like I said, it's been, like, completely fine. It's fine now.
This will manage to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed.
Well, as long as it's alright now, I don't really mind.
Entirely unmolested.
What's this about curse?
Know anything else about this curse? I don't recall much.
I'm really confused as why Geralt's got
much importance to
a veiny face right now.
To me as an anecdote, no more.
Because I didn't have that veiny face a minute ago.
Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Do you take a potion after your fight?
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale.
And you got stuck.
Here.
I don't think so. I think I just drank some water.
Of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place.
Some stress.
Or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity.
It could be from stress. You're right.
Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Know anything else about this white?
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned.
Maybe I did take a potion.
Inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned.
Poor lad needs a piece of yen. Oh, we haven't had yen in a while.
After all, your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely.
Soon. She is at the end of this DLC, from what I remember.
Highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Maybe. Time to visit the white.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands.
Oh yeah. Worst case scenario, we'll get it. We will get it indeed.
Asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
I just think it's crazy how big of that hand guard is on that sword.
Using some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
Do we need a trifle?
Good luck.
And to you.
I'd heckin' like a trifle. I don't have a potion used, no, unless it's a part of the fact that I've got something enhancing me, like extras. Then I don't know. I don't know. Right, so the white is over here. Ah, I didn't mean to save that in an extra spot. Alright. Wait, that's the wrong thing on my horse. We want that. I know that one. That one we want. The one with the peacock. Yeah.
Come on, Roach.
But yeah, are you admit that is a massive handguard for that sword? Right. So when we hit the next level, we can put a new mutagen in. Triss. Nax, you're on thin ice. The horse is stuck. There we go. I'll have Triss. No, you don't want Triss. You deserve better than a Triss, Mr. Gore. I want two things. If you say Triss and sweet corn, then I'm gonna slap you.
Our guests, never a good omen.
As spooky as you did read my mind, to be fair. It's because there was only one thing that you was gonna say. What? I love sweet corn. Neff can have the pizza. Mr. Gore can have Triss. Sorted. I only think about one thing that's disgusting. My mind's sweet corn.
Some kind of rhythm.
My mind is fishing. But only video game fishing. Because fuck them I ever doing actual fishing.
None shall sit and dine.
You're excited to fish on Nier Remastered in 4K? Hell yes, am I.
Never again.
I've spent £150 on that then. As soon as I can, I'm fucking fishing.
Alright.
You're getting in there.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed.
That's the cost of a good fishing rod, I bet, probably. I don't even know if I'm going to play it on PlayStation 4. I've brought obviously the white snow edition, which has all the extra stuff, but I'm thinking that I'm going to buy it on PC as well and just play the PC version and keep all the PlayStation 4 stuff together.
Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed.
Have you got NVIDIA Hairworks turned on? I do. I think. Yes. Yes. Well, I could put that up a little bit. Close up some Geralt. Possibly, but I mean, it seems fine now. So, we'll see how it goes.
Spoon's incredible. The craft
It's super
must have graced a rich man's
costly.
table.
The cost of having amazing hair. Do you play CSGO? No, I am not anywhere skilled to play CSGO.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into
I barely even use mouse and keyboard.
in her diary.
But I'm getting there. I'm starting to use mouse and keyboard.
As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster.
Don't need it unless you're his hairdresser. Don't know how I managed to type Sotley, but I tried. Hey, it's fine. I don't know if this is the House of a White or if it's the House of Salad Fingers with all these spoons. And if all of you have forgot Salad Fingers, I'm glad to bring him back in your life.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally.
All we need now is a rusty kettle.
Right spoon. Spoon. Pretty ordinary.
I think let's get a trim. I'm gonna ask my barber if he has an NVIDIA Hairworks turned on. Do it. Can you record that and show the reaction?
Skeletons. Doubt they came here.
Salad Fingers is doing something else soon, I think.
Anything to do with the curse.
Really?
None shall sit and dine with you at your table.
It's been a long time since Salad Fingers was about.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Get right up his nose.
Woman's name scratched.
You want to watch me sit in an awkward silence to find my way into a cringe compilation? Yeah, exactly that. Oh man, I've got so many spoons. Oh, I've got to read my bestiary about whites. It's not in there. Ah.
Right on, bit right off.
Chat to your hairdressers, people don't say no. Yeah.
Somebody tried to.
We were talking about this. I think it was like when I was working and you were streaming, and you were talking about the ASMR of like the haircut.
No claw or fang marks.
Of like the being able to hear your hair being cut. And like, I don't know. When you were talking about hairdressing ASMR, I was just sort of like, I hate hairdressers. I hate small talk. I just want them to cut my hair so I can fuck off.
Another spoon.
I don't know.
Yep. Just
Not that I've been to one in quite some time, but yeah. I find the conversations awkward. I have nothing interesting to say. Let's start to talk to myself in the mirror then.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere.
Anybody remember that creepy barbershop audio you could listen to? Yeah, we used to listen to that in Painting and Decorating. I remember that's when you showed me it.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary.
I love my hairdresser, she's really nice.
Cauldron I was looking for.
When he whispers in my ears, I get the tingle. I'm not saying the hairdressers are bad people or anything. I'm just saying when I don't know, I just don't really like small talk.
Just as normal as the last one.
So when they try talking to you, I'm just sort of there like, I'm at your disposal because I can't do anything while you're cutting my hair, but I'd rather not talk.
Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait.
I'm the same in shops.
And their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White's obsessed. A real collector.
Hey Panda. Hey Chugwig. How you doing? Do you? Yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Having some fun. I tell you what, off topic, but going back to Arog's message about playing CSGO, I did bang out quite a few games of League earlier. It was pretty good. Oh, here we go. What? I'm just saying, I've got a few games then, that's all. League of Legends. League chat is in full swing. No. I'm just advising you of what happened. And let you know about my day. I finished work, I went on WoW, Cold Brew was finished, so I can't try to get that mount anymore. Damn it. So I just came straight off. I made sure I was parked right outside the raid, ready for tomorrow, so I can try to get the ashes again. But I've parked myself outside that one, then came off, and then went on League. And I've got quite a few games of League in. I hit level 22, so I was quite happy with that. I'm not a new champion, but I need to get some more blue... Oh my god, look how many spoons she got. I got a lot more gems to enable to do it. You might as well have a pamphlet saying, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Saviour, Master Yi? Master Yi's not that good. Fun fact, Chugwig won a Hyundai playing, they're all in Korea. Must for Ari. I feel like if I do start playing player versus player games, I probably will whip out Ari. Try how you can jump out the bushes at people. Yeah, but any character can do that. It's not just Master Yi. I think I've got like, I'm going to say less than 10 more champions to try out, and then I'll start doing player games. So that'll be a test of will I still play it once I get that done. Free payment. Anywhere and everywhere. It's kind of hard to on the bot games because everyone just runs around all lanes.
Now to carve out the salivary glands.
Like I stick with like one position and then like 4 people join me and I'm there like we don't need 4 people here. And if they start sticking, I just go to one of the other lanes. That's why I play jungle. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it's only bot games, and it's only, like, intro stuff, so the people... Although, I was saying that, it was intro, but someone was, like, level 139, so I don't know how intro it is supposed to be in there, but yeah. Oh, alright. I slid down the stairs. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, the true test will be when I start playing player versus player matches, and then we'll see how it goes, because at least with the bot games, it only takes like 20 minutes. I ain't gonna get that when I start playing it versus people, that's for sure. Anyway, we can talk about something else yet. Have you played intermediate bot games? I've done intro and beginner, but only because I'm just trying out champions I'd never played before. I'll probably try them out a bit later. At the moment, I'm just sort of like, I want to know what these champions are and what they do. I think the next champion that I've got to try out is this Eskimo girl with a big polar bear looking creature. It looks quite cute though.
Think your friends
Nunu.
will make for a nice
Maybe?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment.
All I know is it has a move that spawns a massive snowball, and it gets bigger if you push it.
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Helpful creatures, ravens.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often.
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but
Right now?
the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem.
You won the lottery? I made a poster thing, then realised I spelled something wrong.
It's not that simple,
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Have you played Mount Massive
While you were away,
Outlast?
I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement.
I don't even know what that is.
Alas, none such exists.
I've never heard of it. I've heard of Outlast, but I'm pretty sure that's not the same game as Mount Massive
It
Outlast.
must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so...
But what's Mount Massive Outlast?
Position. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself...
But you made a poster, Nuff?
Psychokinetic
I'm interested.
arousal.
I didn't know you were making a poster.
Madness.
Made it in paint, which means I now have to remake it, as you can't change
Very
things.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True. But I shall
Mount
be
Massive is the place in the Outlast
state
games.
of fury.
Oh, so it's just have I played Outlast? In which case, yes, I have played it.
Enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
I've only played the
I'd rather not have you
first game.
claws extended.
I have no interest in the second game,
But worry not.
but I've also never played the DLC.
Details to follow.
But Outlast is on the list of games to possibly like stream at some point. Just because it's been a while.
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad.
That game gives me anxiety. Tell me more.
Mudna. What's it like?
It doesn't really give me anxiety. I'm more just sort of like, yeah.
Long ago, shortly after we arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that
Candle's
anyone
nearly
who
done.
could imbibe
We're nearly done with the black cherry candle.
This.
Have you played RE7? I have, yeah. I think it's on the list of things to stream.
Living in constant fear, they began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome.
I can't remember.
Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head?
I mean, it's no Resident Evil 6, right?
Something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special...
I've only ever played 5. 5 was good.
Alvinite and meteorite.
You get the boulder
Kagmar
breaker.
was captured and locked
Love
in the
it.
cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus, I know the cage will withstand the
Chris's
fury
arms.
that
Oh yeah.
shall drive my humble being.
Although technically, the Chris that's in the trailer for 8 is the Chris from 5 and 6. So
In a moment. Just one last thing.
I want to say that 8 is actually placed after 6. He did become a bit more serious after, at the end of his story in Resident Evil 6. That's for sure.
Also taken some Sancurium, a solution that Sharp.
I did it all co-op, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Resident Evil 5 was fun. I played it with Polly on stream.
You crazy?
And we both done Resi 6 on stream as well.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt, but you must remain calm.
I know it's not a good one. Just curious, do the Panda Pats points help your channel? Not really. It's just more of like little things for yourself, so you can redeem stuff if, you know, the more points you get, the longer you've been sitting and watching. So it's more like little treats for yourself, really.
You're starting to scare me.
The only one that's not active and won't show up is the redeem game. So like, if you do ! list, you could bring up a list of all the games I've played and will play on stream. Yeah. But yeah, with that, like, there's a one for 15,000 points where you can redeem the next game I play off the list of games that I've got. But at the moment, it's turned off because, well, I didn't think I was going to finish this before Valhalla, but Valhalla is going to be the next big game that we play. Oh, I had no idea. Oh yeah, I put a lot of time in that list. Well, somewhat. It's close to my, like, movie list, which I'm sure people have seen.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead.
But yeah, at the moment it's turned off just while we're getting some stuff sorted. So that movie list used to be scary. Yeah. I haven't managed to get a lot off that list. There's an RE movie reboot coming soon. I know, I saw some casting for it.
Correct. I told you there'd be
It's got Robbie Amell in it, who played Firestorm in Legends of Tomorrow and Flash. No, not in Legends of Tomorrow, just Flash. It's also got the bloke who plays
Empire Dungeon. Seen a lot. Nothing quite.
Can't remember his name, but he's in Arrow.
I feel honored.
Damien Dark. That's the one. Thank you, Mr. Gore.
Yet I'm about to show him something.
Yeah.
Now.
It's gonna be weird because they're rebooting the movies. They're doing a TV show, which I'm not sure if that one's a live action, but then you've also got the animated TV show that they're doing as well. So
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of
yeah, they're going all in for Resident Evil.
which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
The RE TV show. Yeah, so there's supposed to be a TV show for Resident Evil where it's supposed to be like
Must have been important to your species.
Wesker's daughters
It shall always be so.
going to Raccoon City or something like that.
Gate from our well into this one open.
But they've also put out a trailer for an animated movie or animated TV show. So that's also going to be coming out.
This for real?
But yeah, they're just going all in with Resident Evil. I saw someone saw the picture for Monster Hunter without realizing it was the Monster Hunter movie, and they thought it was just another Resident Evil.
Death hangs in the air.
Even though it was the picture with the big massive sword. And I was like, yeah, I could see that. Because Amelia Gofovich? That's not her name, but that's how I'm going to call her now. Gofovich. Miss Gofovich definitely looks just like she does in Resident Evil in that movie.
With blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of what you would call tribes.
Have I just got like a whole new outfit? The fact Constantine film, the company behind OG movies are behind it, doesn't give me hope. The Constantine film wasn't too bad. It had Keanu Reeves in it. I should have a look to see what this looks like. That actually kind of looks quite fancy. I'm not going to do it. But yeah. I also remembered that you could dye clothes in this one. Well, you could dye Witcher gear. I don't know if you can make it in this. Is it upgrades, technically? Nah, it's not upgrades. Not tools. Crafting component? So films are I like the film company. Oh! I thought you meant as in like the people that made the Constantine film with Keanu Reeves.
The world after the
What did I say?
My ancestors placed me here to remind us.
Because that wasn't a bad film.
Seems your kind is some of a peculiar little library. And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham.
I do like that emote that you use, Neff. I do keep seeing it around now.
This part of the world.
Whose is this cliff?
Amarun. They ventured beyond the sea.
Imagine you doing that. Yeah, I could imagine it as well.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the dead. Those who went.
But yeah, I spent like, I don't know what happened earlier, but for some reason my my controller options for my PlayStation 2 emulator just massively messed up, and I couldn't like use my controller on it at all. I was so confused as to why it wouldn't work, but I fixed it. So as long as it stays like that, we will be able to do Silent Hill 2 or Fatal Frame, depending what wins the votes. I got a feeling Daymare is not going to win it, but we'll see what happens. It's my favourite mode right now. It is pretty good. Silent Hill 2 has already won.
Charming place.
Great. Hell, if I have enough time, I'll do the others as well. But
being kept here.
Yeah, it's mainly just what's next.
Well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain.
I had a feeling Silent Hill 2 might be the main one. I've made 10 Twitter accounts to make sure of it.
Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time.
I mean, you were the one that did suggest that I play Silent Hill 2, because I was originally thinking Silent Hill 1, but
don't take it so hard.
You said 2.
Could have done about it. Let's get to
so I went with it. I also have 3 as well.
Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind.
I don't think I have 4 installed.
Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
First isn't proper anymore. It's still a Silent Hill game now.
Entrances. Monsters will catch its scent.
Yeah, I guess we will just have to wait and see. It's going to be very interesting trying to play it, because I did have a little go to make sure that it worked, and it was very weird trying to control the person to move. But I imagine once I get into the swing of things, it won't be too bad. But Fatal Frame had exactly the same movement as well.
Think this'll work?
I certainly hope.
No, it's not. They had to change loads so it wouldn't get banned. Oh. Okay. Do you remember when Manhunter was like banned in multiple countries? That's still something I've never played, but I own it.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
But yeah, there's something magical about the Silent Hill 2 controllers. You can't run away in a panic. Yeah, I noticed that when I was just trying to figure out how to move. I thought I was going to run forward. I started walking backwards, and I was just sort of like, what?
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does
does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word.
See you, Regis.
Something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
Sorry, but I don't understand what's happening. So we're trying to find this bloke who Regis knows, but to do so we need to lure him out with his own blood, sort of thing. Or he needs to become a monster in order to start being able to find where this person's located using the blood. Oh shit. Yes. Flames. Oh, balls. I'll tell you what, let's just slap on the vampire while we're here. And necrophage.
I shall overcome.
Good. There are more coming.
Oh, balls. So he's getting a bit crazy up there because obviously he wants blood. Oh shit, hello.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
Love setting off a rot fiend chain reaction. It is pretty good. Oh, he's definitely hungry. Yeah, so in order to find Dettlaff, basically
longer. Blood'll dry in a few
we needed the blood of someone similar. So another high vampire, which he is. So in order to get that, we need him to have a bloodlust in order to get the blood from him that will be able to trace the other vampire.
Get you out of here.
Looks like a mole man. You mean the one from Incredibles? The Molinator. Wait, was it the Molinator? Or did I just make that up? Because I feel like I just made that up, but I can't think of what his name actually was.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
I get it. Yeah, is it Kevin? No. Kevin Gazebo.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better.
Unfortunately, a name we didn't get to use. But we did use Barbara Pagoda.
Like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
Although I did uninstall the game, so...
You were going to subject yourself to torture.
What would you have done?
Yeah. I'm glad I tried out Star Wars Squadrons, but...
Did that occur to you?
Yeah.
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that
No.
kind of pain.
Ness first, my son Kevin the second. Kevin the second.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff.
Neff looking up on Google. Can you use the middle name Gazebo?
Resonance.
I'm gonna get another cat and call it Kevin. You should get another cat.
Portions were exact.
You are down one now because of Jasper, so I reckon you should get a third cat.
Slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Kevin Gazebo barbecue. We shouldn't talk about barbecues after the last time we did. I got ridiculed for saying that apparently having a pizza oven is posh. I'm still kind of not over that because it's not posh. It's just a pizza oven. Here we go again. Hey, I stand my ground. I will stand my ground. It's not posh. It's just an appliance. No more, no less than a grill.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef?
For some reason, with like his outfit, the knife behind his back, and like the mysteriousness, I keep getting Dishonored vibes.
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
It's got a lovely little moth pin.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Right, look, if you go to a barbecue and they got a whole dang pizza oven in the garden, you know they wear crowns on the weekend for sure. Don't stand by it. Oh shit, he broke his hand. Pizza ovens are definitely posh back. You can't. No, you're supposed to be on my side. Detlef has anger issues. I see why though. He didn't want to kill his friend, but obviously that note has made him do it. Panda. Yes.
Awake at last.
Yes, Mr. Gore.
A squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
It's a bit much. No, you can't do this to me, Mr. Gore. Not you.
But it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was
but they would make the best pizza. You could have an outdoor pizza party.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know.
Doesn't look like Panda, no, it doesn't.
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless.
I wouldn't say no. Yeah, I mean, nor would I.
Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
It's fine.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing
It's
extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
It's like I saw a Twitter post the other day of someone who put like a chicken fillet within a burger bun and said, "Is this a chicken sandwich or a chicken burger?"
Killing someone who's grown dear to us.
And then I straight in and went in there. I was like, "It's a chicken burger. It's not a sandwich."
Different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
I mean, maybe go home and change. Why? Visions began and embedded with a boot.
Something.
China.
Showed up twice in the vision.
Boot black stand, that's it.
Stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there.
What are you going to say into your fanciest clothes?
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the boot black acted as if he knew Detlef.
Go away, you finest at barbecue.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's okay, Regis.
There. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Do you have a Franco Manca where you are? I really couldn't tell you because I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Sourdough pizza. Ooh, no. I am not a fan of sourdough pizza. I've tried quite a few. They're a no-go for me. Prefer just normal dough. I think we do. Apparently we do. I would listen to Chugwig. Chugwig and Nax would know more than me about that.
You little fart. So how would you explain it?
They know their restaurants. I've never tried sourdough.
We've always mud up to our ankles here.
It's alright. It's just not my first choice.
I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morning, so folks will dirty their
I haven't tasted the difference. Really? I find that it's got like a very specific taste to it with sourdough.
Your bum with my belt. Come here.
Maybe that's just my posh palate, though.
Just who the spit are you?
I joke. I don't have no posh palate. I promise. Not your concern.
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
He does.
Yep.
That's untrue. I can't do that because I have a very small palate where I don't eat anything other than meat and potatoes and pasta.
We'll pummel the swine first, then spank the piglet. Get him!
It's not allowed!
Oh, alright.
Shut up and fight.
Tell them about the can. No, we're fine. Although Elliot has seen me spend money on candles, so...
Kill the great!
Elliot was there when I spent £30 in Yankee Candle Shop the other Saturday. £20 on that on just one candle.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl
Yeah.
started it.
Button mash intensifies. There's not really a technique between it. There's no combos
We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
in this game. It's just sort of just heavy attack and strong attack. That's it. Making things difficult for me. I'm surprised you didn't say. If I hadn't of spent as much as I did on comics, I probably would have brought more candles. But I limited myself.
Come on.
When we got to the Yankee Candle Shop. You had to cheat to diss cheaper candles. I'm not dissing cheaper candles. I'm just saying a lot of the time with the cheaper ones, I tend to find that they smell good before you light them, but then they're not very strong smelling after, or the wicks mess up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're still good in their own right. Like the cheap ones in Aldi's that I got were like one of them's been amazing. So I'm hoping the other ones will, but some tend to be pretty bad, some are fine.
You take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true. They were right to want to box your ears.
Have you tried the coconut noir one? Yeah, you brought. I just realised I probably said a bunch of words, but no sentence there.
Let me think about it.
But I think you get the gist.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this
A coconut one I got from Aldi can fumigate the whole house. Really, really lovely. Ooh.
A seat, sir, please.
I'm confused there, but I'll let you off that. Neff understood what I meant. So technically, I think I won.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign.
I didn't think about that. Wait, I covered the kid though.
I'll buy a share.
I covered the kid.
Get wastewater for free.
No one knew there was a kid there.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
You know. If you just refresh.
No way. Not about to control.
But you kind of did at the end.
You'll tell me what you know for free.
Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek.
I ain't giving this kid no 500 crowns.
A steady
He can take some magic and tell me what he wants.
Every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you.
Regis has always got some of that dank herb in his purse.
Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And piles more coin. I'm prepared to
Don't give the kid ideas. I just mind controlled him to not give him 500 crowns.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend.
I actually can't clip it,
Yet
can
we
I?
had a falling
If
out
you're on
with Schmidt and
phone,
wiped his straight
copyright
matches
nonsense.
I
No, you can still clip it.
The door of a house near the port. The door is red. But I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking.
I don't know. No, you can't.
Would you let me scrub
Boo.
the dirt off your keys before you go?
Boo.
With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Oh, I can't. It means I have to find that clips of the ultimate danger zone. There's only one danger zone. And I don't see Tom Cruise around, so.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Just saying.
The right. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah.
Although I did see someone put up a video that they were on their drive to work. And a train was going past really quick. And Tom Cruise was on top of the train with a bunch of people. So I assume they're filming the next Mission Impossible film. Because there's no other film that he does.
Red door. One that Boot Black mentioned.
I deleted it as staying in memory back. Oh.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You
I'd
might
love to
just
be
as well
Mission
stand out in
Impossible.
the street,
Would you? I assume you'd want to be a bad.
bit more finesse.
You'd want to be a villain.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Took me a while to get there, but yeah. I still get any error message? Is it messing up for anyone else, or?
Nice.
I don't know if you can hear, or if it's just a video, but
like that'd come
if you haven't, I'd just try refreshing.
Briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
So I know I've had that one before, and I just refresh, and it normally fixes it for me. Not for me, but I've gotten that error recently on other streams. You know, it says there's been a spike of different issues popping up recently.
He here?
Just did.
Sense him.
I don't really know what to advise otherwise.
He's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. news to anyone. Shame. Must have brought
So
someone joy
cut it
sometime.
off for about a minute. Is it fine now then, or are you still having it?
This recently.
Well, I was saying that if it's gone, like, you won't be able to hear me. I've just realised that. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what to advise.
Attic.
As far as I know, whenever I have the error, I just refresh and it normally fixes it.
Need to look around. Detlef van der Eretane, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete
Look at
the
that
healing in
duck.
3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Blackmailer, any idea who it could be?
What it could be.
How could we spin this to the Duchess, though?
Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself, whoever it is.
Oof, back again.
is
Okay,
someone new.
good. Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't know what's caused it. The only thing that I can advise is whenever I've had issues like that, even though you tried it, it's refreshing. It normally tends to work.
Because she accepted him.
But apart from that, I don't know anything that causes it.
Aid and care. He found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
What do you think happened to her?
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates with the kidnapped, or those who disappear against their will. I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess that Detlef grew angry one day, showed another, more monstrous side. Detlef's anger could frighten anyone off, though most who see it get no chance to flee.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him.
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
It's weird hearing vampires call themselves a pack because that's a werewolf thing.
Detlef ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted,
If small animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
he searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
For some reason, I want to say spiders. Wait, no, you probably mean in actual animals rather than not just insects included. Okay. Rudest.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her. Get her back.
I actually don't know. There's no animal that stands out to me that would be rude.
As would you be for Yennefer?
I guess
Kills for he cares
maybe like a pigeon.
blood. Those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Or a seagull.
Yeah, I get it now.
I think one of those two would be rude.
From his pack.
Cats. I don't think cats would be rude.
Exactly.
Because obviously cats just keep to themselves apart from when they went food.
Still have no idea who.
So I doubt they'd be rude about it. Whereas I'm pretty sure pigeons and seagulls just hate people all the time and are probably shouting profanities at people as they're walking past.
Likeness. Bit smudged. That
And then they spout some
As I said, I never met her.
terrible insult just before they try and shit on you.
Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
But yeah, that's just my view on it.
Nice tune.
Indeed. certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
The beast targets, okay.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
It's probably whoever's
the letter.
Getting him blackmailing.
The same ink.
Cheeky buggers. Although a high vampire is probably a good thing to try and... Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't say that.
Ink was dyed with
It's probably one of the worst things to blackmail, because when it is done, and it knows who you are, you're fucked.
That fear
But
very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough.
they're a pretty good killer as well.
Worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Hmm. Blackmailer curious about him.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with.
This is all very
Now
bold.
Forcing the vampire to
I
kill.
reckon crocodile.
A vampire you yourself insisted.
You said a small oh wait.
Blackmailer's skilled.
Why did I think you put if small animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
That's why I said a pigeon or a seagull. I thought you said I read that as small animals. That's my bad then.
Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
I'm gonna start. I'll change my answer then. I reckon it'd be a kangaroo.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed.
I've seen videos. They're right bastards.
And his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
Crocodiles are pretty chill. They just sort of stay in the swamp and leave you alone as long as you don't.
Actually, it is. Dettlaff's being manipulated.
As long as you don't obviously enter their territory,
making him kill.
They ain't gonna mess with you. So I doubt they shout profanities at you.
But this illuminates a path of action for us.
Kangaroos, though.
Renowed. Render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic and ticks will thus lose.
My opinion's definitely changed on them since that video went off where a kangaroo was trying to strangle or fight a dog, and then the bloke went over and punched it in the face.
He will not.
Also a really good video, but ever since that I changed my opinion on kangaroos now.
Wait him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
I remember that.
No, he'll sense you.
It's so weird.
Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone.
It's just funny because from what I remember about it, the bloke punched a kangaroo in the face after rescuing his dog, and the kangaroo just sort of looked stunned like, wait, what? And the bloke just walked off. It's really mean though, to the dog, of course. That's why I reckon kangaroos would be one of the rudest. They always look like they're trying to bulk up, so it's like they'd be like, "All right, mate, all right, fucking kangaroo," like that. Exactly like that. Right, before we do that, I can do a mutation. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I've got that. So now sword attacks do 25% more damage to human opponents immune to counterattacks and monsters. In all other cases, if the attacker's vitality is less than 24%, counterattack immediately triggers the finisher. Yes. Don't know why, but I'm quite interested where everyone is watching this stream from. I am going to imagine that you meant location, but for some reason in my head I was like, huh, like the bedroom. I'm not a smart man. Not a smart man. I'm in London. Oh, fair enough. Not that far. Not that far. Right. To the palace. I'm in Venice.
Tablets, none of which are suitable to show myself in.
Your Grace, I have... It's secure.
Let's save the game before we talk to this woman.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
Master
I
Bitcher.
was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case just got more complicated.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you returned with nothing?
Hey,
We are very...
you watch your time, miss.
Situation's not quite that simple.
I've done
It's a
stuff.
powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
That's not true.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only
I was going to say, if you noticed in Regis's cave, he had a string of garlic
When I was
behind
a
him.
child, Grandmama Adamarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Cool, just making things complicated. Oh, yeah. Stay out of this.
Whoa, this is work for a witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails...
I haven't failed. I just said this case is complicated, and you haven't let me spoken to tell you what's wrong.
Stand up to that.
40, 50, 100.
Just slap you on the head in a minute,
Won't
mate.
make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
A high vampire. I
Creatures
just
like
said.
this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different, unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Yeah, Neff, how's Venice?
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance.
He has boats.
They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
This is no common monster.
It's way beyond being some monster.
Underwater
This is
again.
A powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Wasn't it like last year or the year before that the Venice rivers were like had no water?
Killed or enslaved us all.
Don't usually
It was like
meddle with
dried up.
others. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
It was last year, Panda. Ah,
They'd probably be pretty amused.
sooner
if
than I
asked
thought.
them that.
Of course, I know.
They're well aware of their strength.
Yeah, of course.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was going to say, but that doesn't make sense for the Spider-Man Far From Home because there was water in Venice. But that was, I think, filmed in 2018. Because it came out in 2019. Yeah? Wait. Did Spider-Man Far From Home come out last year or did it come out this year? I can't remember when stuff came out. This year's a blur. Last year. Thanks, Mr. Gore. For a minute, I was like, did Endgame and Spider-Man come out this year?
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster.
Yeah, okay.
Instead, he wishes to
So yeah, it would have been filmed in 2018.
What I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
You could do that. An innocent woman's been abducted.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
Free the vampire's lover.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him.
Actually,
not help him.
No.
No one else should die.
The thing was that I needed to stop the beast.
No more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right.
Oh God, I'm crying.
Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper.
Who I gotta fight?
Names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear.
I
Send
can't.
for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop!
Can't click on that right now.
In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom.
A touch of Venice.
They are stains from a drop of
Okay.
Estes, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high.
Fancy a cornet in there.
It's simple.
Don't.
Solereal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table.
What's everyone's favourite? What, Cornetto?
We must go to the vineyard. See if there's
Go
not
on,
been
buy
a
yourself a
mishap.
pack. £6, £1. I can't get to Iceland, Mr. Gore. There's none close. I'd have to get public transport. I'm not doing that just for some Cornettos.
Grace wants to go with me.
Magnum chilled. But what kind of Magnum, though? A white chocolate Magnum's pretty good.
I hope
pretty
you do not
good.
suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision.
Right, yes. I do love white chocolate. The vegan rip-off Cornettos are amazing. You know what? I still never got to try those brownie Cornettos that they done.
Incognito.
I never saw them anywhere after seeing them on Instagram.
This mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not
It was
your
amazing. God
Grace.
damn it, Elliot. Of course you've had one.
Yes,
You had them in Iceland.
Witcher, are you ready?
People tell me this now.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Oh, she could don something. Don it up. I have a fancy horse. Well, not a fancy horse, but I've got fancy stuff on my horse. I've got a special saddle and everything. It's great. And he's got a horn mask. See? He's got horns.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
I don't get how that works, because we've definitely killed a vampire. Well, I mean, we've killed a Bruxa and an Alps. They're vampires. So why doesn't... I don't understand why... I don't know. Maybe he means only higher vampires can only be killed by other higher vampires.
Hunters have attacked the wagon. We must help.
What are you doing? He pushed my horse. Get rid of the panthers. Oh shit.
Done. Time to move on.
I think this is the deal that someone was stuck on for like 4 hours.
For you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
But like stuck how?
More about this vineyard.
Oh, boss fight. I remember you talking about the boss.
An old master of the winemaking trade runs
Right.
it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Well, now,
Can't get past the last boss. I can't remember the last boss.
the Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Death March is no joke on that last boss.
Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we...
That's why I don't play games on the hardest difficulty. Because I know I can't do it.
Slow now.
I said before, it's one hit KO with Quen. Ooh.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any.
What if you
visitors
had?
from the
I think it was
palace.
on normal.
How are affairs at
I've beaten this DLC before.
Doubtless you've heard of the beast
I
of
can
Montclair.
trust me.
Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Needs a mood cap.
We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Let me talk to you.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint.
I like her
on my
outfit.
personal invitation.
It's pretty nice.
Is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Rich being prep blending.
Of course.
Teach him well. Teach him
Did you
well.
hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about
The reason why I play
Sonreal?
DM is the boss fight's a bit more tactical. You have to plan for a fight beforehand, get oils ready, learn parry well. Yeah, it's sort of like the proper way of being a Witcher, really.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes...
I have you no kind sir, I have my own vineyard.
They become Sonreal.
I'm gonna be rich.
The workers
Rich, I tells you.
only to the stage of fermentation.
Anyone play Star Sector? It does even ring a bell.
And let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels
Taking notes
myself.
for if I play
Each
it.
and
What, that you'll do it on the hardest difficulty?
Wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And
I'd be down for that.
Happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls
I kind of think it'd be cool if there was like a mode where
guards who have served here.
Either one can one hit. So if you can one hit the monster, but it can also one hit you.
We're asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How
Got something to say, Baron? I had a slight giggle.
Master
Hi.
Fabrizio.
Hi.
We have proof someone.
How's the Harry Potter reading going, Neff?
Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either
Just drawing head running out in here, clearly.
or you are an idiot who has had wine
Oh,
stolen
shut
from
up.
under his
I was
nose
generally
and
asking out of
not even
curiosity.
realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But
silence! And
I know Chugwig has been reading through the Harry Potter books.
in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
It's going good, obviously.
Where is the Sonreal stored?
in the main cellar around the corner. I'll show
It's
you.
collecting dust under the telly.
Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Nice.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
La 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 dee, la da da da. Right, where we going?
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he
I
has.
opened the book that one time.
His father
That is true, you did open the book. I remember you telling me about that.
He left his son and Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed
Yeah.
him steward of Castel Ravello.
That as well.
Only then did he come into his own.
Also, I was having a look because obviously, for those obviously Witcher news, they put out a picture of Henry Cavill's new armor in The Witcher season 2, and I did see some comments of people being like, "This armor looks shit."
So where do we start?
Let us see if all.
Which I agree. I don't like the look of it, but someone was like, "That's clearly a heavy armor. He's not supposed to use heavy armor," and I was like, "That's not heavy armor. That's at least hardened leather." So at least a medium armor. But yeah, I don't really like it. But
Vintner's log.
so showed Ciri as well. Yeah, they just put out the pictures today of Ciri in Kaer Morn.
Here it is.
With a training sword, so that'd be quite interesting to see. I really thought he wasn't in season 2.
Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead.
Why?
Benoit said
He's the
same
key
thing in
character,
1269.
sort of.
Let's find it.
Sort of. The red god armor is the bad one. Yeah.
Ervelus. I like it.
Looks like paper. Looks like paper
An
mesh.
excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel.
I don't know. I just don't like the look of it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That's sophisticated.
The only problem is, like,
Camino over here.
if they're going to put him in armor, then he's going to need a reason for the armor. So I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot more fighting in it. Preferably some actual episodes where he hunts monsters would be nice. Yeah. After the first season, everyone was talking about a prequel about Vezi, and I got my wires crossed the series. No, there is going to be a prequel, but it's even before Vesemir, from what I believe. But that's going to be its own show. It's like a spin-off show.
Sonreal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
So we have the normal Witcher show, and then whenever they get round to it, there's going to be another one with a prequel. Rumours with Jason Momoa. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. I don't want Jason Momoa being in it. He might have the look of a
1268.
Of a rough person who could possibly be a Witcher, but he's not going to be a fit for it. So no thanks.
1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you
Aww.
hear a thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
course it's not going to be the first one.
This one's full too.
This one is full.
Oh, well, shit. I was slightly looking forward to less Cavill because honestly, he wasn't that great. In my opinion, Yen was more style of the show. Yen was definitely a really good character in that show.
Full. This one's full too.
Wait, so they're all full?
The barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
He could do it.
Full they are.
He did well as Bubba Boss in
Question
the sea.
is, are they full of Sonrial? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
I don't know. I believe you. I believe you, Mr. God. Trust me. But it's just... I don't know. He gets put in so much, and I feel like that's the reason why. Not because he could be good in it, but because he's just a popular choice.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels.
Why was there a book in the barrel? You managed to get from my hate list to the top 10. Yeah, I see what you mean. I wouldn't be against him being in it. Oh, I wouldn't, like, if they choose him to be in it, then
Let's broach those barrels.
he's in it. I don't have a choice.
Step aside.
But I can't picture... I tell you what. What about Viggo Mortensen? Could people see him being a Witcher?
Those hints of spice.
I haven't seen him in anything in quite some time, so I don't know what he looks like.
This is Sonrial.
Too old. Clear no from Neff. Okay. My comment about Paul Rudd being a Witcher still stands. I reckon he would be a good fit, but I think that might just be me.
Revolting.
Not meant to be, not to be me, but he's really had his swords swinging day.
Impossible.
That's just you.
It's not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made
Okay,
it in a
Neff.
barrel.
He looks too baby faced.
The fact that it did was no accident.
But if it, yeah, I get it.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he
You want
has to
rugged?
say
I did funnily suggest Danny DeVito, but that was a joking answer. Obviously, Danny DeVito would not be a good fit for a Witcher.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonrial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
Oh, don't answer that.
To buy back my family's estate. For
That's a trick question.
nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own?
Imagine if they use Beckham. No.
I shall tell you
Nah.
everything. If you agree to
I've
show
seen him in a
us-
film. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Sell the wine too.
John Cena. No.
Past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court.
The Undertaker?
He suggested we...
He's got like a rugged look about him.
Price. Some of his clients had offered dizzying...
He's quite tall
sums
for it,
Even
but-
a drop of Sonrial.
Jesus, Panda. What? We're going off wrestlers here.
This
Would you
man's
prefer I said Triple H?
He never refilled it.
The person who sucks at acting?
Tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrian aristocrat at court.
Cena has an acting career. This is true, but he's going to be very busy
Really thought nobody'd find out.
with this Peacemaker spin-off show.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
wine itself.
I don't know. I generally can't fit his in the next Suicide Squad as well. I was going to say that, but he's already filmed it, so he's not going to be busy with that now.
A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their...
His head doesn't look like it's the right size.
That's it? At the last you ever saw of them?
I get it. I actually get it.
A few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well...
I can't really think of anyone that, like, I feel like would be a good fit. What about Sean Bean?
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight.
It's not like Sean Bean's been in much recently.
Men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon.
He's got like an okay rugged look.
High treason the charge. What now?
Travis? I don't know who that is.
Trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport.
The guy from Vikings, Warcraft. So maybe he's a bit small. Who did he play in Vikings?
We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Need a minute.
Make haste.
Ragnar. Oh, wait, he was in Warcraft? Oh shit, he was in Warcraft. That bloke just walked into Roach. And he scared Roach away. Right, well, you know what time it is, everyone. It's time we end. It's time we end, because it's 10 o'clock. Oh, it doesn't want to do that. There we go. Right, I need to find this thing that Neff put up. What is this? Oh, it is actually a Cornetto advert. What? But we haven't picked the next Witcher. That's why it's prime time to come back tomorrow. That's a picture. That reminds me of the people that photoshopped Rowan Atkinson's face on Yennefer. That was a very quick and fun thing that went around. Oh boy. But yeah. We're going to call it there for today, because it's hit 10 o'clock, so it's normally when I finish streaming. I am going to be back tomorrow. Right, well, Benedict Cumberbatch is... No. We can carry on with this conversation tomorrow, but he is not good at it. You think you can Rickroll me? I'll have you know, that song's a banger. But yeah, we can carry on with that Witcher conversation tomorrow when you play WoW and I work. But listen to the whole song. Yes, I do actually. I quite like it. Let me bring up something to play us out on when we finish. I know exactly what song I want as well, because we listened to it a little bit when we ended yesterday, and as much I fucking love Final Fantasy, so. Bang that up a little bit to 20. But yeah, we got a bit more done. Obviously, half the stream was actually doing the side quests. I didn't realise the tournament would take so long, but we got it done. So when we come back tomorrow, it is literally just main stuff, unless we get another side quest picked up in between. But we'll carry on. We're about to do an ambush to where the next barrel is. I think that's when we start revealing a little bit more about these blackmailers who want these certain individuals killed. But we will be back tomorrow should be about the same time, so 6:30 to 10 o'clock. Who is actually on that I can raid? I think we could raid Listen. He's playing Dead Space 2, so we can move over to some spooky stuff. I'll just wait for that to get me out of an advert. Have a good night. Thank you for that's no worries. Thank you all for joining me. It's much appreciated to have you all here. But yeah, hopefully you all join me in Raid and Listen. He's lovely. He's quite funny to watch and everything. He's playing some Dark Souls 2. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. But if you haven't already and you've been enjoying the stream, obviously please don't hesitate to hit the follow button. God damn it! I always add. There is my socials. If you haven't and you'd like to, on my Twitter there is a poll for the next game that I play, which is going to be a spooky game, which maybe will start on Saturday, depending how we go with this. But otherwise, if you haven't also already, there is my Discord. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining me today. It's been lovely having you all here. If you can, spam some panda butts. Otherwise, just shout Panda Raid. But Listen a bunch of love. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Bye bye.